Oh, yeah. We are back and we are live. Bam, let me bring him in. And I am your host, Slapmaster Mike, with the man himself, Michael Mann. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up.
Hold on, put my stars.
I gave you a pre-laugh. So
A pre-laugh. I usually get that when I'm naked.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. It's
All
like
right.
that.
So it looks like we are not. We're live on Instagram on PT Pod, but on mine, the one where a bunch of people, you know what I'm saying, are in, we're just not live. It didn't go for some reason. And that'll happen. But, you know, we got one channel of Instagram and we are live. So we are doing it there. Shout out. It looks like Johnny Magna has already joined. Thank you, sir. Shout out there. We're doing it large and live there. Just checking everywhere else. And, you know, we're just going to roll. That's all right. You know what I mean? I'll upload it to full Instagram later. How are you feeling, Michael Mann? What's good with you?
I am great. My enlarged testicles have shrunk. A lot of ice and a little bit of a salve, and everything's doing fine now. How are you doing, Mike? I understand that the herpes has flared back up.
Yeah, no. It says I'm live on. It's saying I'm live, but then I'm not live. Sorry. I'm trying to do some production work. I apologize.
That's fine.
You're talking about your big old balls, and they're important. Your balls, buddy. I'm glad your balls are doing their thing. You know what I'm saying? And you're making it happen. I'm glad we're making it happen for you there. So okay, yeah, rock on. Good stuff. Good talking there. So what was going on with your balls in the first place? Can we get that information?
Well, first off, there's a problem with sex toys, okay? They should not be what?
There are sex toys for your balls, though.
Oh, good Lord. There are sex toys for everything, brother. You can fillet your nose. You just have to know how. Okay. I gotta tell you, I'm just kidding. There's nothing wrong with my testicles yet. Okay. I do have a meeting with a dominatrix in about 45 minutes, and then I'll give you an update later.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh my God, dude. Oh, by the way, for those of you wondering, Superfan's going to be in a bit. We believe we're going to try to get Beyond the Slap in. We're going to be going over some of the awesome Beyond the Slap action. My man has been cranking out some great content, and you know, we love it, and we love to see it. You know what I mean? Also, very cool. I don't know if you know. Let's see here. Did you know that Anthony Babyface Blackburn stopped by our homeboy Don the Superfan's house this last weekend?
I did not know that.
Yeah, man, they're buds like that. Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome. Cool. What, do you have any skinny, or are we gonna wait for Superfan to lay that on us?
Yeah, but he's got some pics. You know what I'm saying? Some stuff like that. It's gonna be lovely. It's gonna be fun. It's gonna be awesome. And how is everybody in your neck of the woods? How did everybody do for July 4th? Yeah.
Everybody in my neck of the woods is in Mississippi, so you know our dentist, the one, is doing great. Okay, it's funny. Okay, I'm the only person that moved to Mississippi and ended up with more teeth. It's amazing. I just kid. I kid rednecks. I'm a redneck. I was born here, and that doesn't look good at all. Okay, never mind. I digress. So how's things in Oklahoma? You guys still
wait, what doesn't look good, dude? Wait, what?
Nothing looks good. It breaks my heart that Alligator Alcatraz is in Florida.
Right.
when New Orleans is right there. You
Well,
know
there you
what I
go.
mean? Yeah. All right.
Right.
So we don't do political stuff here, but I just love Alligator Alcatraz. That sounds like a video game. It sounds like an awesome video game. It's like, yeah.
Well, speaking of awesome video games, we're going to bring him to the stage right now. Ladies and gentlemen, the man with the plan. He's got the behind the scenes, often embattled, never duplicated. Give it up for your friend and my friend, the man who teaches you all you need to know about slap and more. It's Beyond the Slaps, Terry. Yeah.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, yes.
Awesome. What is up, man?
What up, dog?
Hold on. I see you fine. All right. There. All right.
All right, yeah, because I couldn't figure it out, man. I got you guys sideways. I couldn't figure out how to flip your screen. Am I sideways?
Yeah.
Now both of you are sideways.
But we're just going to
Okay, all right. Hold on. I can switch that real quick. Hold on.
Yes.
All right, how's that?
That's perfect.
Better.
Man.
Much better. Much better.
Okay, I wasn't sure. You know, I couldn't flip the screen on this app for some reason.
It'll happen like that. It will happen like that. You know what I mean? So,
How you doing, man?
good, sir. How are you doing?
Oh shit! Another day in the office.
Right? I know. I hear you. I hear you. I just, yeah, man, just excited, man. This is our first show actually talking about, 14. So, and I mean, 14
Okay.
has been fast upon us. So I wanted to talk a little bit about that. And then I think SFC's about their next event is actually a slap fight, right? Not a, because I know they did the
Well, they have Chest Chop coming premiering this week.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Yeah, and then next week they're running head to head with Power Slap.
On a slap fight. The slap fight they're doing is next week. Okay, my bad.
Yes, on the 18th.
Right. Okay. It's hard to keep up. You know that. So
Oh,
anyway,
after the 18th, you won't have any trouble. There's gonna be a 3-month gap. I'm kind of worried about the drama that's about to start again.
Yeah.
I have a quick question. What the hell is Chest Chop?
It's kind of a wrestling move, if you will.
Oh, I know what it. Ric Flair.
They're turning it into a sport. And wrestlers really have a good advantage on this because they've had experience in this shit.
Right. Okay. All right. Just wondering. You guys slid that in there. I thought that's what you meant. And I gotta tell you, my old Mid-South wrestling got a little tingle in my nether region thinking about that. Okay. Good deal. All right. I have no problem with that. All right. So back into this. All right. Gotcha.
Bam. And there it is, guys. Want to get your opinion on everything? Want to get any behind the scenes information? Maybe what's going on? I was able to do an interview with Babyface, which was really cool. As we know, he's coaching one side, and your boy Wolverine is on the other. And that's what I like about that is two genuinely good dudes. It's like, hell yeah. You know what I mean? Like two
absolutely.
genuinely good dudes that are, getting some love and getting, the respect and some recognition in the game. So fuck yeah, dude. It's about time. You know what I mean? I'm all about it. Yes. But, we got a lot going on more than this. Although I'm seeing not a lot of other, it seems like, not going to be a huge undercard, and that's okay. I mean, anytime you got 3 title matches plus, but it doesn't seem like there's a huge.
Well, one match has been canceled. The Brandon match is canceled. The Brandon Bardu match that's canceled.
Really?
Yes. He's had some kind of accident.
Oh. Nothing serious. Well, serious enough to cancel, but he's not.
Yes, that one's not going on at Power Slap 14.
Well, that changes the whole card.
He's running over there checking right now. I'm glad you're verifying, but yes,
no. It's
according to his page.
I'm just like I want to.
No, yes, I always check, but according to his page, from what I've seen, he is that fight's canceled.
Oh.
Yeah.
Well,
this is what he's saying. He says, this is a tough reality for me right now, but first things first.
Yep.
I am thankful and doing okay as things could have been much worse. An accident is unfortunate. Bop, bop, bop. Well, this is certainly not what I had in mind. I have to trust the process. The comeback is always greater than the setback. Thank you to everyone for support. Do we know what kind of accident he had?
No, I haven't talked much to Brandon at all, to a lot of the Power Slap guys this past week. Actually, I've been super busy. The only people I have talked to is the ones I've interviewed, actually, man. I got a lot of them send me, people send me messages, but some of them I haven't even gotten to their messages yet. I got an inbox slam full right now. Okay. It's been a crazy, crazy week. Plus, I got a life going on, but I haven't spoken to a lot of them guys. I just seen what was going on with Brandon. I wished him luck, and, he thanked me, stuff like that. But there is a lot of unanswered messages in my inbox right now. It's nothing personal, guys. I've just been crazy, crazy busy. I've actually got like 9 interviews stockpiled right now that are over a week old that I need to get out. It's been a crazy week, man. And I try not to open my messages until I can respond and have time to respond. So some of them have been sitting in there for like a few days now.
Oh, it must be hard being so popular. It must be such a.
I got a kid home for summer. It's not just this, I got a kid home for summer, plus I got my life that goes on as well. It's not my whole life don't revolve around this platform. But I do have some messages and stuff. And as far as I know, Brandon hasn't written me and told me what's wrong. He did send me a thank you message, and that's all I recall getting from him so far. So I couldn't tell you what kind of accident he's been into, to be honest with you. I haven't been following up much on PowerSlap this past week.
Well, why don't we go through your messages now? We'll reply together.
I'm actually looking at them right now, to be honest with you. I'm actually looking through a few. I do have some good ones that I'm going to answer, and I've been busy with those, but I want to answer them on my platform. There's been a lot of messages coming in that I do want to get answers out to people, but do it in video because they're like the same questions coming from people and shit, and I don't have the time to answer every one of them the same shit over and over.
Right.
Like my favorite color is blue. Okay, quit asking.
Let's see here. Do you have any information on undercards? So,
yes, I do, but I don't know who's all announced. I know last time I was waiting on 3 of them to get announced. I think the Aaron Turner match has been announced now. Let me jump over here and look. I don't want to get anybody in trouble that's telling me about their fights just yet. I know there's, you know what I mean? Some people have told me, hey, they finally got calls and shit. And some of them have even offered to do interviews, and that's why I put that out there about the interviews. Hey, wait till after the fights. Because I do post-fight interviews anyways, man. There's so many people fighting for pre-fight. By the time to get to your number 4 in line, you've heard the same shit over and over, man.
Right. I can't confirm that
Darius, I seen was announced today finally. I've been waiting to talk about that one for a while. I don't know if you've seen it. Let me see what other one. There's one in particular who I've brought on my show quite a bit, but last I knew his match was not announced, and I'm looking right now to make sure. The Stone Ear. I had him actually booked last week. Oh, okay. I'm getting a message right now. Yes, the Aaron match has been announced. I got some people right now that are confirming that one's been announced. So that's a really good match. I just don't want to get anybody in trouble on the info I got. So I kind of leave that to Slap News at this point, just so people don't drop information that's not supposed to be out yet.
I got you.
For sure.
Look,
I can just drop the main ones we got. Zakir Naimanbayev, I believe that's how you say it. Naimanbayev, I'm so sorry. Naimanbayev. Zakir Naimanbayev, all respect, brother. I'm getting there. Zakir, he is on with Cooper Housley for a heavyweight.
Okay, that was the one I was wondering about.
Yeah,
that one's a good match. That's one of them.
Yeah, that's been a lot. I knew that one going in.
That one's a good one. There's also one other guy that I'm waiting on, and I don't see it announced yet, so I can't say it.
The Nate Bernard, Aaron Turner match?
No, that one I see is out. No, there's another one. There's another guy who hasn't gotten booked in a while.
Can you give a name?
I will say this. He's gone against Darius. I will say that. He's one of Darius' previous opponents in one of the promotions. That's all I can throw in. I don't see his match announced yet, so I don't
So-
want to get, throw anything out there. Plus, hold on. Is it announced? No, he's not announced yet. I can't announce that one. It sucks because, I'm at the mercy of waiting so I don't get these guys in trouble. But I want to talk about. No, it's not announced yet. I'm getting confirmed. Yes, that one is not announced yet. I can't bring it up, bud.
Okay.
You teased it, Will.
Thank you to that person. I appreciate you, man.
Can you give us a name of somebody and they will be fighting? Maybe if you can't announce the actual match, maybe they've said they're going to be there. Give us a hint.
No, I can't. That's a dead giveaway. Nah, man. I don't want to get these guys in trouble, man.
Right,
Everything I say is being watched.
I gotta try.
Yeah, absolutely.
I gotta try.
And I don't want to get none of these guys in trouble because there's some good ones and a lot of great guys in that promotion.
Oh, heck.
And you count on their trust, and they count on my trust, things like that. But no, that match is not announced yet. But I can gladly talk about the Cooper one. That one's going to be really good fucking match, and the Darius.
I agree.
I think some of the undercard matches are actually the best on this card right now, to be honest with you. And that's not to knock anybody on the main card, but fuck, we've seen these other matches already before. Wes Mena and Bell. That one's a really good match, man. And those, to the best I can see, these are two legit fighters that I think, man, that could go either way.
I agree. Sorry, go ahead.
No, I was going to ask you because you were very specific in saying that the Cooper match is interesting. What about that match really strikes your eye and makes you think that's something that needs to be watched? The Cooper match in particular. Because you mentioned it. That's the first thing you said.
Yeah, I like Cooper. I think Cooper had a bad outing last time with Pono, of course. This is huge for Cooper. It's a big comeback. I wanted to see this guy get a match to begin with. I've been waiting to see him for a while. Cooper is a really good guy for the sport. He's amazing. He represents the sport well. When you're looking for family entertainment and stuff, Cooper's on the top of the list, man. This guy, he's just up there. And that's what I like. I like good guys that are real in the sport, that you can back up their credentials and stuff like that.
And I hear Zakir's a wonderful dude, too. I hear he's a straight legit.
Oh, man. He's a teddy bear, man, for a wrestler and shit. This guy's a teddy bear.
I hear he's like one of those dudes that, like, you're nice to him, he's nice to you all day long. The kind of guy that if you were hungry and he had an extra sandwich, he'd give you an extra sandwich kind of dude. So,
but he's also somebody you don't want to mess up. Cooper's hand is bigger than my head, and I'm a pretty good sized dude. He's just a big guy, man.
And that's why most slap fighters that I've met and why I love them as people, man, as homies, is because, save for a couple of them, they're the coolest dudes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And
most of them.
Like if you don't fuck with them, they're all good. But they're like us too. Look. I think we've all proven we can fuck with right back. It's what we can do. You know what I mean? No doubt. By the way, real fast, I do got to ask. Okay, so I did not know. So right here, they're saying Manny versus Brandon Rhodes in New Orleans. Is that correct?
As far as I know, man. As far as I know, yes. Again, I have not. I'm actually blocked from their Instagram page, and I usually don't use that.
This is
okay. Let me jump to their website real quick.
This is powerslap.com/event/powerslap14. The Bell versus.
As far as I know, that match is still on.
Because I don't want to favor any source or anything, so I just do what a good fan should do.
That match is on.
Yeah.
I just don't want to misquote or lead anybody to believe a match is going without confirmation. And these cards change quite a bit, especially all the way to the week of. So it's hard, and that's one thing I'm trying not to do is confirm matches. But that one is confirmed as of right now.
Oh, Cooper is in the chat. Oh my God!
Cooper's a good source. He's actually on that card, so he would know.
I feel like Cooper would be a good source about Cooper. You know what I'm saying? Of all the people we can talk to about Cooper Housley, I feel like he is going to be like a really solid source we can like count on. You know what I'm saying?
I actually had like 12 other questions I was going to ask about Cooper when we kind of moved on because, the show moves on. Because you mentioned that Cooper was a wrestler. Is that true?
Yes,
and
sir.
If so, what can you tell us a little bit more about Coop? Because I don't know much about the cat.
Man, I can tell you from what I know about Cooper, he's a great guy. I couldn't quote you any on his wrestling career because I don't follow it. And I don't want to be called out, hey, that's incorrect, man. I do know he's a wrestler. I can tell you he's a big dude. And the biggest thing I can tell you about Cooper is he's great with kids and family. My kid, I bring to the events and stuff, and she could be a distraction sometime. And Cooper was right there just, keeping her occupied, playing games at little yo-yo thing that Anthony uses, Babyface. He was just keeping her busy with anything he could. And I love Cooper as a guy. Teddy Bear, he's straight up. When I had my information incorrect out there, because I was under the impression it was Dumpling was going against somebody else, and Cooper was right there. He knows his facts. He's really good. Definitely, if you can get information from Cooper on this card, he's a good resource. He won't mislead you. He knows his shit.
Well, that's the only reason why I'm asking is I'm a professional wrestling fan. I am a slap fight fan. So, like I said,
Cooper's a wrestler as well. I think he's on the amateur. I'm not positive, or maybe
not amateur. He's on the independent scene.
Independent.
Yeah.
Well, shit, you know more about his wrestling career than me. Look at there.
Okay. All right. So I apologize for interrupting you guys' conversation. Please continue.
I can't believe
I'm actually searching online right now, just seeing what all matches are still confirmed. I don't want to talk about a match that's not going on anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. So once again, man, not to beat him up too bad, but I mean, that, you know what I mean? That is the bummer about Power Slap, is that they don't update their stuff like they should, and you know what I mean? Related news stories. Yeah. So
I don't want to bash them, just to be clear. I definitely don't want to knock them, but it's hard to keep up. I know what their card was as they were building it, but some of those have even changed.
Well, just
a good friend of mine, I don't want to throw out names, but a really good friend of mine who's going through some issues was actually asked to be on the card, and that didn't fall through in the end. There's some people that's got stuff going on in their lives, so it's hard to tell until like the week of what this card actually is going to be. People do cancel at last minute. Shit changes, and sometimes they pull last minute switches that they had planned.
Right. Hey, I love the oh shit! I forgot to drop the link. Shit.
And just like you said, accidents happen. People get hurt, and they have to.
Yeah, absolutely. And people get shit going on in their lives right now too. There's some people dealing with some stuff in Power Slap. Stuff that they don't want out in the public.
Yeah, herpes is rampant everywhere.
Stuff.
No, a lot of mental things going on with some of the fighters right now. Those kind of issues.
I got you. I had to say something funny. Come on.
And I think it's important to keep in mind that as the sport grows and changes, you got to grow and change with it. So that's important. Or you got to find what's best for you. I mean, Power Slap is like MMA. It's very, very, very rarely are you going to do it for 20 years. You know what I mean? Most folks are going to get in just like NFL,
I'm going to tell you right now.
Basketball, you name it. Most of the time, you're going to get the vast majority of guys that ever even get in, you know what I mean? Which is a small, tiny percentage of everybody who attempts it. But, of that majority that actually gets to play at that major level, you're only going to get a few years. You know what I mean? It's not going to be a 20, 30-year thing. And so, I think a lot of guys are trying to figure out what's best for them, what they want to do, where they're going, that kind of thing. Like Manny was talking seriously about retirement. Then he wins that match and he's like, line him up. And now here he is. You know what I mean? 3 weeks later, fighting again. And look, man, if I was the kid's manager, I'd be like, whoa. Bro, you are not, you need to, you want to fight number 9? Like that's not good for you. Not, but I'm not his manager, and that's fine. You know what I mean? He wants to fight. I would rather.
He had a nice outing.
Oh no,
he had a really nice match last one. I think even Manny was shocked at how well he did. That was impressive, man.
Agreed.
Super impressive. The biggest problem. I want to cover this. There's a lot of great guys we're not seeing in that promotion. Last I looked, I think it was about maybe a week ago. there was around 180, give or take, on their roster. Even if they did 10 matches or 10 events a year at 16 people on the card, you're not going to get everybody on their roster in a full year. And they didn't have 10 events this year. There's too many people signed, so a lot of great talent is not getting noticed over there. And I think that's a problem. It looks like they keep adding new people, and we're forgetting some of the other people who just might do well in the rankings if they actually got a chance to slip. Look at, for instance, recently Devin Helms, and the dude has not gotten a chance to hit. I think that dude would be fucking amazing in that division. And
Great.
I think that's the biggest problem. They've oversigned people and some big names. What's going on with Sheena Bathory? Is she too expensive for them to pay? Why are we not hearing nothing about her, really? And I don't know the story. I'm not trying to start anything, but, there's a lot of great talent is not being utilized, and I think they've oversigned people, and we're forgetting about some of the great people that's not being utilized.
But don't you
have you? Sorry, just real fast. Have we heard at all? Are there any female matches at all? Like, I know there are women ready to go. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know what's going on. I'm sure there's someone in the card. Yeah, I'm sure they're going to have something on the women's.
Because I will say, shout out. They have updated that. This looks pretty updated, right? So even though it's not the official, it's on their website. You know what I'm saying? And they have the DeBell Mena as the headline match. And even though they haven't updated their title card, this one right here, you know what I mean? Even though they haven't updated this, and you still got Butcher on it. If you go to events, you know what I mean, and you click on it, boom. Where'd it go? I just had it. I was trying to show it love. So I just had it. So let's see here. Events. Boom. And then you click on it. So, wow, that's old. Anyway.
So much for social media. And that's what, I don't usually use their social media anyways when they block me. I'm like, I don't use it. I can find my information for people coming to me. People that know more updated shit. That's how a lot of it comes to me.
Well,
right.
But it's hard to keep up by using their social media pages. It really is.
Well, Terry, you made a statement that you're talking about underappreciated talent that should be recognized, and they most likely should. But isn't that the same problem that every combat sport has?
No, you look at some of the others. Some of the others, they can utilize all their talents, and sometimes more than once a year. But when you do the math, you figure there's 16 cards average per fight now. And if you did 10 cards a year, that's 160 fighters. If they got 180, you're not going to squeeze them all in a year. And they're using a lot of the same guys over and over, so that even makes it less of people that are not or people sitting over there, if you know what I mean. They're using, like, say, Westmana 2 and 3 times, or Pono 2 and 3 times. So that's less people that are going to get used in the pool. Mm-hmm. There's just too many. To me, there's too many on their card, and I get you got to roll with the times to keep the talent fresh. But I think they oversigned talent to begin with, and some of that fresh talent is sitting there molding, if you will.
Okay.
Well, I think that was also kind of the. If you look at it, man, that was kind of the business plan, business model in the beginning, was get a bunch of guys on board, and, we pick the cream of the crop. It's how they did UFC. It's how they do a lot. It's how they did the NFL originally. It's how you do a lot of a local fighting gym. You get as many people as you can in, make that initial investment. But yeah, no, I'm glad that a lot of other promotions are coming around. Very excited about that. So because I think the product is getting great, man. I think there are some really good guys who slap fight for a living that are really good. Slap Fight Championship has some great stuff going on. Brit Slap was pretty awesome if we check that out. So there's a lot of amazing stuff, man, going on there for sure.
Punisher, look for them on the move. They're miking their guys up. I've been helping them because they're out in South Africa, so you're not familiar with great production. So I've been kind of getting pointers and stuff. They're starting to mic their guys up now for their next event, which is going to be cool to hear what they're saying because they speak English. We can understand what the hell they're saying. They're not close enough. So that's going to be nice over in Punisher Slap Fight. Now, a lot of these promotions are really starting to make a move up. The sport is growing. And again, so is Power Slap. It is growing in general. The whole sport is. It's just not as big as people are making out to be. This is an underground sport to begin with. It's starting to become mainstream.
Now, are you finding these alternate slap leagues? Are you finding them? Where could we find them if we want to find them? Are they on YouTube?
They pop up all the time.
Okay.
There's a new one that I think they got their first event coming this week, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
But those are a lot of the amateurs and stuff. But it's always good to pay attention to those small amateurs, because that's where your pros are going to originally start from. They're all going to start somewhere. So you want to pay attention to those small amateur leagues.
Yeah, that's why. Oh, you're pulling this up already, Mike. Look at you, producer extraordinaire.
Here's a 2-minute, 45-second one. We'll check.
I really like to see the playing field leveled out a little bit more money in other promotions.
Well, the money. This South Africa here.
Oh!
Now, something I want to point out about them over there. They actually have an official watching your feet. They have an official watching your strike. They have an official for everything to catch you. It's not just like one official calling everything. There's actually an official that watches your feet if they lift. They are super, super strict on the heel lifts and shit over there.
Kind of like the NFL.
They're not using a barrel. They're using more of a stage too.
Kind of like the NFL.
And they're growing. They're really starting to grow. Their production is starting to grow and improve. That one's the one to watch out for next year.
That's a good crowd for sure.
Yeah, amazing. And they're getting better at the production, man.
And I do like the way you're talking about the judges. It's almost like the NFL. You have a line judge, you have a referee, you have 3 different judges looking.
They're trying to make it a legit sport out there. It's not actually sanctioned. It's not a sanctioned sport there in South Africa yet. But these guys are trying to get their shit together and be legit and recognized.
Well, I know if slap fights in Vegas, they are sanctioned.
Oh! Oh, he flinched and he got knocked out. Let's watch that. Boom! Woo!
And the big boys, man, them big boys got some knockout power in all promotions, man. You get hit by a big boy and get knocked out, that shit's entertaining, man. That's what people want to see. The little guys are like, oh, wow. But, man, when a big boy knocks a big boy down, man, people just fucking react to that shit.
That's true. That's very true.
Well, everybody.
I don't know what it is.
So, sorry, go ahead. Go.
No, continue. No, I had nothing to say. Continue.
I was just gonna say, so, guys, that is straight out of South Africa. That's Power Slap out of South Africa. That was brutal and awesome. So check that out. I love that, man. That's awesome. Punisher Slap Fights is what that is. So check that
Absolutely.
out. Now, to 14, do you want to get calls? Because I don't have you next week, because, I mean, it's that quick, dude. So, like, if I don't have you next week, Terry, for whatever reason, if I can't get you, like, I'm not going to get your calls.
I hate doing the calls this early because, things change. One person could still be in a fight and change just that one opponent. The fights could change. So I hate doing them 2 weeks early. But I will say my fight predictions. I'll tell you right now, I'll save them for your show next week. I will be here. If I have to bring my stuff with me and do it mobile, I will do my predictions on this podcast.
Jump on the phone and let me know. All right. Here's the thing.
But I get super busy, brother. You always have to message me an hour before.
I know. I should have hit you a little earlier.
That's the only way I get the nudes from you. I gotta message you an hour report, then I get the nudes. I get it.
Yeah, it goes on my schedule and then an hour reminder.
There we go.
So, here's the thing about it. Long story short, I wanted to talk about it. because while I love Manny, while I have no doubt he can win, I don't like him going this quick. I don't like him taking the punishment. And while I dig Brandon, he's 9. Manny should not fight anybody under 5. He should never put himself up, you know what I mean, until he's won, right? He's won. The
Don't
only
shit
guy
on Manny.
that's ever
Manny's got
beat-
this one, man.
I know. I know he's got
Manny's
it.
got this.
I know he's got it. I just think that he should take a little time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's valuable enough. The only person that's ever beat him is the baddest mofo there, period, right now. So I think you should save it because God knows. You know what I mean? I know we're saying he's got it, but there is one thing I will say about this sport, y'all, and that is that it is not without its upsets. I mean, my God, bro, guys, can we just talk about this for a quick second, man?
And Brandon's tough. Brandon is tough, man. I mean, look, he took some fucking floods and came back in, you know, and I felt bad for him his last match. Not shitting on anybody. He's a tough dude, but man, fucking Manny, his last outing, I was like, "Ooh, this dude's. What do you mean you're about ready to retire? Shit, you're in your prime."
Exactly. So, I hear you. Let's see here. Never made weight in the building. How you guys doing? How many fights on the new card? That's what I'm trying to figure out. And Babyface is in the building too. Yeah. Yeah. What up, guys? We were just talking about it. We love some Manny. I just wish he either would wait or, if he was gonna fight a little bit higher up on the card. That's just my own personal complaint. You know what I mean? So
are we making our picks right now? Is that what we're doing?
I mean early picks. I'm not saying picks necessarily.
I'm ready.
Other
I'm
than
ready
thoughts. This is not picks. This is like thoughts, right? Like initial thoughts. Next week we have to make picks because we don't have time. It's not like we have a month. You know what I mean? It's this week, next show, and then boom, they're fighting. They're slapping. You know what I mean? They're slapping each other, yo. So we have like this week to kind of take it all in, let everybody know what we're working with. And then we kind of have next week to make our calls, and then it's the weigh-in show.
I'll do a couple of them, man.
Right.
I'll do a couple of these picks.
Well, and I mean, we're
there's a few I want to save for next week. Some good ones. If they're really good matches, I'll just tell you I want to hold up till next week.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm going with Manny. I absolutely think that Manny's going to win. And no disrespect to Brandon. And believe it or not, I believe if there is an upset, and like I said, guys, last time, like I was so good. Do you understand the last 4 power slap matches? I had only missed 4 fights. Check my record, dude. I could call this shit. And then last time it went all to shit. Then nothing. And then I was wrong until Babyface, dog.
Yeah, that means you were 0 for 4. Okay.
It was so anyway, and I do believe Brandon has the power. I believe Brandon has the talent, but I believe Manny is special. Manny is next level in this sport. He is an all-star. He will be a Hall of Famer, as they say in this sport. So I'm calling Manny on that one. Although I just feel it's a little early and I wish my man would rest, take a few months off, dog. You know what I'm saying? Not that you need it, like you don't need it, but
he's good. He didn't take no damage last time.
I know it's like Alex Pereira
at all.
It's like Alex Pereira, dude. I don't want him. You know what I mean? It's all love. It's all out of love. It's all out of love. Just know it's out of love. It's like Big Brother.
I'm just happy it's not a rematch.
Yeah,
I'm just happy it's not one of them rematches.
So Terry, he got Muniz, and you got Muniz too. Don't even lie. You know. Yeah. Don't even lie. And I think it's a trifecta. It's a trifecta. We're all the same page there.
Currently,
that's easy. Yeah. Not easy. I apologize. It's not easy. No disrespect.
Okay, then we got McKinney versus Dwayne. I know many people who say that McKinney is very likely in line for the next championship, or he very well could be contending. He will be more than likely contending for the championship belt before too awful long. He's that good, and he's that serious, and he's that dedicated to the game. So, I love Crespo. I think he's great. But once again, I think McKinney is just I think he's just one of those like monsters And we'll see. But I'm calling McKinney for now. So yeah.
Can I say something real quick? The only thing is, Mankini, it sounds like what you would call a male bikini.
Stop.
It's just it's a mankini.
He would flick boogers to you, dude.
You understand he could murder you easily.
I'm just letting you know right now.
You understand McKinney could hawk a loogie that could kill you.
I understand that. I
You would hawk a
understand that.
loogie and it would kill you. It would murder you. You know.
But you'll never look at a man in a bikini and not think mankini again.
Stop it. Stop it.
Okay.
Look, I'm not here. Look, I am not here for your comedy right now. No, because we're making the calls, but I'm calling McKinney once again. No disrespect.
All the way on
Dwayne.
that.
I think
McKinney
Dwayne
all the
is beast,
way.
but I do think he is next level. He's of that, that Polynesian bloodline of those monsters. So I think he might have it for sure. Then you got who do you call, Mikey? Michael Mann.
I'm calling Mankini just so he doesn't beat me up. Okay.
I think he respected if you were honest. If you were like, no disrespect, bro, but I think Dwayne has it on you. And he'll be like, I'd love to prove you wrong. I don't think, you know what I mean? But, it's out of respect.
Yeah.
But once again, I just think he's next level. I think he will be fighting for the belt soon, like very soon. So, in fact, that might be, if he beats Dwayne and he beats Dwayne convincingly, I think you might see him fighting for the belt next time he's fighting. So, yeah. Then we go to Zakir and Cooper. Of course, we're calling you, Cooper. You know what I mean? We love you, Cooper. You know what I mean? We love you, Cooper. You know what I'm saying?
But you don't have to take my word for it.
Cooper in the building. So, of course, I'm calling Coops. Big hanging with Mr. Cooper. You know what? You're probably too young to know about that. That was a TV show. Yeah. Anyway, I'm calling Big Cooper Housely. We housing it. Although all respect Zakir, no disrespect. I think I think Cooper's in for a fight. I do. You know what I mean? Get the training on, get that focus on, brother, because I do not think Zakir goes easily. I do not think that man, you know what I mean, is a cream puff. I think you are going to earn it. You know what I mean? But the respect you're going to get is going to be amazing. What do you think, guys?
I have an opinion on Zakir, and no disrespect to Cooper, but I'm looking at Zakir's physique. His neck is thick. His shoulders are broad, and he looks like a god dang monster.
Have
No
you seen
disrespect
Cooper?
to Cooper. Oh
Yeah,
no!
Cooper doesn't-
I
Have
am
you
looking
seen
at pictures of both of them right
Cooper
now.
looks like he eats goats, like,
No,
raw.
they are. I'm going to tell you right now.
He just goes and chases a goat down raw.
This
You know what I mean?
this is not going to
kidding.
be. I don't think this is going to be a cakewalk. And I'm going to tell you right now. I think this goes to a decision. I don't think either one knocks either one out. Oh, I'm going to tell you right now. Oh,
Yeah.
I'm leaning towards Zamir, but I'm going to go with Cooper. But it's not going to be easy. That's all I got to say about that.
Oh, it's going to be a hell of a fight. In fact, that's going to be,
Yeah.
to me, that will be one of the best fights on the card.
They are both.
No
they are
diggity,
both
no doubt.
physical. They are both physical specimens. Absolutely.
All right. And then we got Buffalo Soldier Nate Bernard. Cool cat. Shout out Nate Bernard. And equally cool cat, Aaron Turner, Lady Killer in the building. What do you guys think of this one? Is hard. I mean,
Fuck yeah. I'm not
This
making
one
this
is
pick
hard.
this week, man. This one, I need some time to sit on this one. And I know both these guys been wanting it since Aaron's been in the promotion. So I'm going to hold off on this one until next week, man. But that's definitely a damn good match. That's a damn good match, and I like this one a lot.
Yeah,
I
for this one,
respect that.
I'm leaning towards Nate. I mean, Nate is just, look, Nate's an OG. You know what I mean? He's crept up. Even though he came with kind of the second wave, he's an OG now, and he's been in, and he's held his spot. He's fought a lot. He's been there. And not that Aaron, and that's the thing. none of what I say about Nate means that Aaron isn't, right? That's the hard part
Yeah,
about it.
it's a hard match.
Yeah, to pick. Yeah, man, because they're both.
I won't put money on it. Put it that way. This one can go either way. I will say that. I won't put money on this one just because either one of these guys can win. This could be a coin toss win in itself.
And then, man, if you know, you got KLE versus Darren Godfrey. Now, the last match, was crazy and was a knockout, ended in a knockout. And I think KLE wants revenge, man. I think this is a big deal to him. To me, this is a big deal match, on the card. And not that they don't got love for each other, but it's a big deal match, so for both of their careers. So what do you guys think?
I'm gonna let you go, Terry, and then I'll go second, okay? What do you think?
Man, I don't want to shit on either one of these guys. This another one can go either way.
Absolutely. Yeah,
I don't know who the coin toss winner is on this. I'm not sure who won the coin toss, but I would have to give the slight edge to Darren just because based on their last match. And again, this could go either way. If Kiali gets first strike, he could, after his last outing against Wesley, man, I was impressed with Kiali. Did amazing. So it could go either way, but the slight edge from me on Darren Godfrey on this one.
All right, can I go?
Sure.
No, not yet. Wait, your turn.
First strike, KLE knocks him the fuck out.
Boom. Because remember, Darren did that to KLE last time. So
that is my prediction.
I see. I'm not making a call yet on this one. I'm not making a man. Look, man, and I just KLE is the homie, man. He's like I said, I try not to have favorites, but I have a couple, and he's been from the jump. Honestly, because when I lived in Hawaii, it was dudes like KLE I kicked it with. You know what I mean? Look, man, clearly, that dude is a bad boy. You know what I mean? You can tell that dude got in lots of scraps, got in trouble here and there. But you know what I mean? Probably respected his elders and that kind of thing. Was just, kind of a hard head, did things his way. But when I was in Hawaii, it was dudes like that I kicked it with, that were my friends, that are still my friends to this day. And KLE just reminds me of a lot of homies I grew up with, when I was in Hawaii. And, I'm always going to want to see him win. And I honestly, though, pulling how I feel. But once again, I like Darren is cool as fuck. No hate. All love to Darren. You know what I'm saying? I cannot take nothing away from that man. He's earned everything he has. So, and a cool cat and a cool dude. So, I'm going to have to reserve on this. However, I absolutely agree. If I'm making Vegas odds, if I'm taking bets, if I'm a betting house, you know what I'm saying? Then absolutely you have to go with, Darren is going to have a slight edge because whenever, it's a rematch, the guy who won the last match, specifically that convincingly, is going to go in with at least a slight edge. Absolutely.
You know what's hilarious to me is the fact that this guy's a nice guy. All right, Harry Potter's a nice guy, but KLE will knock his dang teeth down his throat. I don't care how nice they are.
No, Darren is mean too. No, Darren is mean too. Plus, Darren is cool. Darren is fucking from like.
Oh, I know he's
like
tough
northern London, dude. He's
Yeah,
from straight cutters. You know what I mean? Like he's from nowhere nice. Darren is from the hood. You know what I mean? Neither one of these dudes are from nowhere nice. But that's the thing. That's why they're cool dudes. Because most of the time, if you're from the hood, you're a good person. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get it.
Then we have the man you love to hate. You know what I'm saying? The man you love to hate versus Vern Cathy. I'm calling Vern all day, every day on this. Period.
Kickworm.
Yep.
Kickworm all day. I think he does want the kickworm, and I'd be surprised if Turpin makes weight, man. He's been out so long, and not to shit on Turpin, but he has not done really well on making weight in the past. If he makes weight, I still think he loses. I think Vern all the way. Vern just got a fucking slap on him, and I can't see Turpin doing well.
Can I ask you a question? What was that, Nick? It sounded like you said tickworm.
Kickworm.
Yeah,
Kickworm.
Is that what you said? Tickworm?
No,
Yeah.
kick.
Oh, kickworm. I thought you said tickworm. I was like,
No,
wow,
Vern
that's
did the kickworm when he won against Turpin last time. So
okay.
I said kickworm. He'll be doing another kickworm.
Okay, I thought you can understand. I was like, that's an unfortunate nickname. Okay, so okay, I got
All right. Yeah. No. Yeah. I don't like Austin Turpin. Never have liked Austin Turpin. Austin Turpin can kick rocks. Go away. I hope Vern Cathy smacks you. The fact you're number. I don't know why he's number 3. He should be number 330 billion. Fuck him. I don't like him. Go away.
and he's named after and he's named after a fish.
Austin
Turpin is a
Turpin.
fish.
I will say this: not many people like him, but he's good for this sport, man. You know, one way or another. If it's, even if it's behind a microphone, I think there's definitely a spot for Turpin somewhere.
I mean, kick
And
rocks.
I'm not a fan of his, but I will speak up. Hey, this dude belongs in the sport somewhere. I will say that.
No, we kick rocks.
Every sport needs a villain. Every sport
It
needs a
does. It does. And, you know, Turpin can fit it. Well, there's a spot for him somewhere in the sport. Absolutely.
Hey,
And I'm not
fair.
even a fan of his.
Yeah, I know. That's fair. That's fair. Then we come down to then we come down to the hot matches. We've got Robert Trujillo versus Dakota McGregor. I'm excited to see Dakota get another chance. I think he's got all the talent in the world. But I just, they say that when you become the champ, you automatically get 20% better. And, I think that means Dakota would have had to have gotten 30 to 40% better to be able to beat him. And I don't know if you can do that from just one fight to the very next. I could be wrong about this, but man, I am confidently calling Robert Trujillo to win that.
All right. I would say if anything changes on the card, this would be the match to be changed. And that's just a wild one out there. I don't know. Based on history, I know there's been stuff that's come up. I don't know if this match actually takes place. If it does, Robert easily, but I just get a feeling this one might actually have something come up in the end. You know, transportation-wise, something like that. You know how when I said, hey, I called the first foul one time and I called it right?
Mm-hmm.
When I said on the Key Ali fight a couple predictions back, I say if anything goes wrong, this would be the match that something goes wrong, possibly. That's my random prediction for this this card.
And
I don't know if
once
something
again,
comes up. Maybe
this is based on nothing other than vibes, is what you're saying.
Yeah, just vibes. Yeah, that's
Vibes,
just to be clear. Maybe somebody can't pass a medical or something like that. It could be something basic, but I think if anything goes wrong on the card, aside from the Brandon match being canceled, I think this would be the one that something possibly happens. But if it doesn't, I hope both these guys do compete. Robert easily for the call.
Absolutely. And then finally, our man, the Bell, Damien DeBell, love him, loved his journey since day one. A true, you know what I mean, like Padawan learner of the sport. Great dude, smart kid. You know what I mean? Doing this literally for college money to have a better life. We love him. The Bell, Damien DeBell, finally, after over a year, is putting his belt on the line, stepping up, excited to see him again in action against the man himself, if you will. The monster.
It hasn't been a year. Damien, it was less than a year. He went against Dorian Perez a few months ago.
A few months. Yeah, almost a year. Sorry. But let's see here. When was it?
I think that was in December, wasn't it?
Let's see here.
Yeah, I think it was in December he went up against Dorian Perez.
Mike, you're a liar.
Or January, something like that. Maybe it was January.
That's why I have other people on to fact check me, man. And look, man, it's been a little while. It's been too long.
Yeah, no, it hasn't been quite a year. Yeah, I think it's only been about maybe 5-6 months since he's competed. PowerSlap 10. PowerSlap 10 it was. He went against Dorian Perez. And my call on this one, man, Dorian gave Damien the best run for his money since Damien was the Slap Fight Championship.
December.
So, yeah, it's only been like 5-6 months since he's competed. Dorian gave him a run for his money, and I didn't think it was
How is December to July 5 months? That's
6 months, something like that.
Seven.
Something like that. That's what I mean. I knew it wasn't a year. I just wanted to make sure,
to
you know.
January to February, February to March,
7
March
months.
to
Yeah.
April, April to May.
I wasn't sure. I
May
thought
to
it was actually in
June,
January.
June to July, seven.
Okay.
Seven.
I thought it was actually in January that the event took place. But
anything
man,
over
I don't know.
5
Damien
is
got
wrapped
rocked
up.
hard. I actually had Dorian down for the win last one. I think a lot of people did.
That was
Dorian
a
didn't
close
really
one.
get
That was a
rocked.
very-
Damien did twice.
That was a very close match. Absolutely.
Yes.
I agree.
And I am not shitting on Wes, man. Wes has really impressed me. The only bad match Wes has had was the one that he got clubbed and knocked down. He won that match. So, man, this one can go either way, and I won't put money on it. But if I had to, I would say Damien slightly, just because Damien's got the experience and stuff. No other reason.
Really? When you look at their... I'm sorry, Mike.
No disrespect to Wes. I think he's great. I think he's a beast. But once again, you know, a lot of this, when you get to this level, it is just like who's just on that, who's got that little extra from God, not who's a better man. You notice all good. You know what I mean? All really good guys. But it's just who has that little extra, you know, at this time. And right now, I feel like Damien is shining. And I'm convinced that he's going to be a really hard guy to beat for a while still.
Yeah.
I don't see him going out, man. You know, I don't see him going out at all. And once again, notice, I think Wes is a monster. It's just that Damien was like, you know what I mean? He was forged in this fire. You know what I mean? He was forged in the fire. So
I gotta tell you, Mike, I got a lot to say about this. You give me 30 seconds, okay, just to say about this. You sit there and you look at Wes. Look at Wes. That Damien, he's not a slouch. I'm not saying that, but you look at Wes. You look at his arms. You look at his body. You look at his neck. And Damien, I understand he's a champion. I mean, I don't think this is going to be the cakewalk that people are thinking it's going to be. It's not going to be a cakewalk.
Oh, I don't think it's a cakewalk. I do not think it's a cakewalk.
You know, the more I look at Wes and just look at him, and I'm going to go back and I'm going to look at some of his older fights. But I'm sorry. I think it's going to be a lot closer. It seems like you guys are just calling it like it's a given. I don't think this is a given. I don't think this is a given at all.
I don't think
it is either. This could be a coin toss fight. Wes is a fucking beast, man. He is. Yeah, he's a beast.
I agree it's going to be close. I agree. I personally think, man, now that we kind of run through it, this is one of the best cards I've seen in a while as far as like not really knowing who's going to win. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is what you want. You know what I mean? You don't want is like, oh, we know this guy's going to kill this guy. Pop, pop, pop.
Oh, yeah.
You want guys that are evenly matched, that are going to take their opponent, because that's what these opponents want. That's what these fighters want. These fighters want the best fighters, because that's what gives them the best matches, and you know what I mean? Adds to their legend. So I get it. So
no one wants to see Terry versus Michael Mann.
Yeah, I do. Let's go.
I'm not a slap fighter, man. I don't do that shit.
Yeah, but
I'll never claim to be a slap fighter. These guys are pros.
I feel like,
and man, I respect every one of them. If I get along with them or not, I respect every one of them guys.
I feel like if you saw Michael Mann, you'd be okay with it, dog. You know? So we covered that, man. What I would like to do, if you have can I have about 5 more minutes of your time, Terry?
Yeah, I guess I got to go get me a coffee here in a minute. So you better rush. 5 minutes. You better make it fast.
All right. All right.
Take your time, but hurry up.
I'm going.
I'm just kidding, man.
Also, Nirvana. While we look this up, I'll give you guys a topic. Nirvana, overrated. In an era where you had Stone Temple Pilots, you know what I mean? Soundgarden. Nirvana was very like meh to me. You know what I mean?
I love the fact that Michael doesn't worry about wasting my time. What motherfucking so ever. He's like, Terry, if you
You're
have
on borrowed
2
time right
seconds-
now, anyways. What the fuck does it matter?
Oh, I see how it goes. You've been talking to Michael. You've been talking about. I love the
No, I'm just
fact
getting to
that
know you.
I'm the dying sucker, and I'm the one sitting here smoking cigarettes and drinking, and I'm enjoying my last days while you guys are eating tofu and wishing you were dead. Okay.
I used to smoke
love
for
you.
32 years, man. 32 years. I don't miss it. I don't miss the coughing in the mornings, the waking up gagging and I'm puking almost. I don't miss that shit one bit. I won't lie. Every now and then I'll smell a cigarette. I'll be like, man, that shit smells good, but I don't fucking miss the coffee, man.
See, people
I don't
just
miss
say,
it one bit.
Bro, Terry,
See,
we all
I-
know you used to smoke crack for 20 years. You know what I mean?
No, I
Oh,
didn't smoke no
oh,
fucking
you
crack.
smoke crack? What a pussy. God damn, there's more out there than that. People ask me why I
And
smoke.
man,
I just,
I got a confession. I have to keep reminding people. Swear on my kids, never smoked meth. People don't believe it. I'm just ugly, man. I'm just an ugly motherfucker.
trust-
That's all. But I've never smoked meth. I'm just not into that kind of shit. I never really needed speed because I was always like energetic. Until I got married this last time. I wasn't even fucking fat. I used to run around at like 130, 140 pounds.
Really?
Really, bro?
Yeah, I was
No,
tiny,
oh.
fucker. I'll send you pictures, bro. You'd be like, shit, that's you. Man, when I roll best, when I would compete in jiu-jitsu, it was around 176 is what I would actually weigh.
Dang.
Respect,
176
brother.
pounds.
Respect. No.
But
bullshit.
you know
Respect.
what does it for me is the drinking, the sodas and the alcohol. When I
Dude.
drink, I put 80 to 100 pounds. But as soon as I
Dude,
cut the sodas and shit out, I drop the weight again. But I like my
But
drinks. I don't like sweets. I'm not big on sweet foods. I only eat a lot of protein. But man, them fucking drinks. I'll sit there and drink a 2-liter and a fucking case. I used to knock down a bottle of Jaeger a night, and then I switched to Fireball.
Yeah.
You know what drives me crazy? I have no butt and I have no chest, but I have a big fat beer belly. So I look like I literally look like a popsicle stick that's been impregnated. And so it's like I just gotta get rid of this fucking gut. But then they say you gotta stop drinking. I was like, well, my gut's not that bad.
I've had black lesbians compliment my ass.
Oh, you have? Oh my god,
Guys, we
I
are
have.
so far off the rails. I love
I
this
have.
though. Hey, look, man, my whole point is to, remind everybody that we're human. Because good Lord, I just want to address everything that people are wondering if we're going to address by saying, man, there's more to this, and we're here to have fun. You know what I mean? So that's what we're doing right now. Also, this is what, if you look at what I have up right now, we have Slap Jesus versus Raven, right? And that is a returning thing. I wanted to pull this up. And also, Terry, do you know, I'm looking, where can I get the entire card for Slap Fight Championships?
The entire card isn't exactly officially announced yet. I have it. But the only ones I can talk about is the ones I put in my little promo right now. He's not announcing a few of the fights just yet.
Right. So I'm going off of what
I will tell you.
Announced. So please, I know the Slap Fight Championship guys are like, they're edgy cats, man. And you're like, hey, we'd like to cover your sport. And they're like, I'll cut you. It's like, I'm not. So
It's their PLN
guys,
contracts.
I'm only putting out what I'm getting publicly. Like, that's why I'm going to the websites of the promotions. That way, whatever I'm putting out, if you're mad at me, you got to go, okay, well, my promotion is putting this out to the web to every fan out there that may not be on social media, because you know what I'm saying? So my point is, I'm going to the website of the promotion putting on the event, because that's the place where, quite honestly, they should be giving us the best and most information. Right. So that being said, here we are. So this is what I got, and it's Slap Jesus versus Raven. I got to call Raven. Not that Slap Jesus isn't a tough guy, but Raven is, to me, Raven is a beast. So I'm calling Raven on this one.
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Is Raven the same Raven from wrestling, or is that a different Raven?
Different Raven.
This guy.
Different Raven. Okay, different Raven. Different.
Raven
Then I
all the
have-
way on this. Slap Jesus is it's good to see him. People are going to be happy to see him. I'll say that. They'll be happy to see him return to a sport. But Raven's just got this one all the way, man. I don't see Slap Jesus, standing a chance.
Right.
Like Jesus, you're saying Jesus doesn't stand a chance.
I think this will be another sacrifice.
We I'm so taking that out of context. Jesus will lose every time. I'm just
from
Hey, watch it. You got to watch what you say, man. Some of the people might not like that one, but I don't want to run people off his podcast.
And then here we have the official from the Slap Fight Championship official Twitter account. We have Tim Sylvia. If you guys know, he is a classic UFC monster. He did pro wrestling. He was one of the original Ultimate Fighting Championship. Before it was what you know as UFC, he was in it. You know what I mean? And he is in a slap fight versus Grizzly. Terry, could you tell us a little more about Grizzly for those that don't know about him?
Grizzly's a fucking monster himself, man.
Yeah.
Their last outing, Grizzly felt robbed. He did feel robbed on his last outing, so this is a good rematch. I don't think it's going to be easy. Tim's a fucking beast as well. Both these guys, that's a lot of beef when you put it in the barrel. That is a lot of meat, man.
Yeah.
These guys are
They're
monsters.
big guys. Yeah, dude.
Yes. Like they got thumbs bigger than my fist. But I have to say Tim Silva all the way. Tim's just, he's a fucking monster. It's like getting slapped by the Hulk.
Right.
So a Grizzly got robbed.
And that's not to knock Grizzly, man. Casey is a great guy. Go check out my interview. He's very informative, and the guy can grow some great mushrooms too, by the way. So, man, you might love him.
Shit.
Yeah. Is that who that is?
Where you're going?
Yes, that's Casey. Casey Stevens.
Ah,
yes, that's Grizzly.
Okay, yeah, okay. But Michael, man, you will dig this. I gotta hold up. Let me see if I can pull that up real fast while we're talking. So, dude, he's like a horticulturist who grows like mushrooms. And then he's also
I made sure I covered.
Dude, very Renaissance style cat, bro. Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, and just down to earth, man. Great guy, friendly. No teddy bear, man. A lot of these guys, the bigger ones, seem like they're teddy bears. A lot of the super heavyweights, man, they just seem like teddy bear guys. Kind of guys that hug you and squeeze the life out of you, but it would be a kind hug. But yeah, Casey Stevens was great. Very informative on his mushroom growing. And I made sure I covered it, so it was nothing illegal that we were discussing. It is legal where he was at. But a great interview, man. If you want to see one that's informative, if you're into that kind of shit, he was really good to talk to, man.
He's super nice guy.
Are those interviews on your website? If they want to find those interviews, where can they find them?
BeyondTheSlap.com.
Yeah, BeyondTheSlap.com.
BeyondTheSlap.com. Yeah, absolutely.
I pulled it up on the Instagram, but yeah, BeyondTheSlap.com as well.
Awesome, brother.
He just has to run a long disclaimer now, but yeah.
Yeah, I have to, man. I got to because some people are taking shit personal and stuff, and I don't want to get sued. I definitely don't want to be sued for asking questions, and you can't. And in parodies, they can't really do anything. You cover yourself with parody. So right. I do a lot of parody with my questioning and shit. People are starting to catch on. I'm like, damn, he's slipping shit into his videos. You really got to pay attention now to my videos, man. There's small details and shit. If you miss 1 minute, you may miss something very important in these videos.
Exactly.
You know what the awesome thing about parody is? Just a bullshit artist. If you can bullshit and make it funny,
you can mention my
it's
full
parody.
name.
It's
Perfect.
parody.
This is
Casey
Stevens, aka Grizzly, over in Slap Fight Championship. Grizzly, how we doing today, my man?
Doing awesome. Just training.
Man, the beard getting long, brother. That's going quick. What is it, on steroids?
Trying. No, all natural.
That is fast growing, man. Now, I do want to cover something real quick. You do have a huge match coming up this Friday. I believe it's Friday night. Yeah, Friday night. And you're going against Tim Silva. Are you nervous going against him? This is not your first time, though. I believe you've gone against him once before, haven't you?
Yes, I have. Yeah, my second slap fight ever was against him.
Boom. All right. And we're going to stop right there.
Yeah, I was
love
gonna
it
say
when
I
get
gotta
a
get
perfect
going.
teaser. No. Well, yeah. I just wanted to, oh, hold on. What I do here? Hold on, guys. I want to leave that perfect teaser there. So everybody goes to Beyond the Slap and you find out how their first match went, getting ready for their next match coming up. I always love to you know what I mean? Do that. So, you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Leave it on that teaser, dog. So, yeah.
Hey, Terry. Well, before you go, I just want to tell you I love you. I think you're a great dude. I enjoy talking to you. You're funny. I love the fact you bust my balls, and I can't wait to do the next show with you when you can. All right, Mike, take it away.
Awesome, man. I'm just trying to do something different over here. You know, the niche was getting boring, and I'm trying to take it back to what brought me in. A lot of it was the comedy, you know, and the shit said. So that's all I'm
Yeah.
doing is I'm just trying to talk about shit that people want to hear instead of the same
Exactly.
old questions. What do you predict in the fight? I'm not here for that. That shit's getting boring. I just want to ask real questions and put a little bit of humor and make people laugh and smile.
Yeah. And
With
you know
that
what?
said, man, go ahead.
I was gonna say, man, and you know what, man, you're important. You've done a whole lot for a whole lot of folks. You know what I'm saying? You've done a whole lot for a whole lot of people, and you know, a lot of us really appreciate what you're doing. And look, man, if you're doing anything amazing and awesome, you're gonna piss some people off. You know what I mean? Hey, look, I don't always agree with Michael Mann on everything he does. I don't always agree with everyone on everything. But you know, the people that are loyal and that are down are people I'm, you know, gonna be loyal and down with as well. And you know me, dude. I keep it wide open for everyone. That's the whole point. I believe the more we talk, the more we work it out, the more we come together, the better off we can do. Let's just do that. So, anybody down to do that?
And to be clear, these people don't have to like me for me to speak up on their behalf. If I see shit that just ain't right, I will speak up whether they like my platform or not.
Absolutely.
With that said, there's a lot of great ones out there that I acknowledge on a daily basis who won't watch my content, but I will watch theirs because they're putting out there and representing the sport well. And there's a lot of great ones in power slap and slap fighting in general, and I want people to remember that. A few bad apples shouldn't ruin the bunch.
I agree.
Can I ask you a question, and we'll leave it on this? Because you are such a slap fight connoisseur. You know everything about slap fighting there is to know.
No, I don't know everything.
No. In my opinion, who would get the best hand job in slap fighting?
Get or give?
Give. The best hand job in slap fighting. Who would
Well,
give?
you know this one's going to get me in a lot of
Who would
trouble,
give?
but I always
Who would
keep it
give?
real.
The best hand job in slap
Now,
fighting. Give.
are we talking man or woman?
Man.
For you?
Man. Yeah.
The one that would tug you nicely, I would give you Mankini after the comments you made. I'd have him rip your shit right off, dude.
Thank you.
I'd have a fucking gorilla grip you, dude. With that said, man.
I love you, man. Honest answer. Thank you.
Makini would rip your shit right off, bro, for that comment earlier. That's who I would send you to. That would be like the fighting the gorilla thing. Listen, my man, you guys are great. I love being on this show, and I will see you guys next week.
Absolutely.
Love you. Bye.
Love you, brother. We'll talk to you
Love
soon.
brother.
All right, mate.
Later, guys.
Later. All righty. That was fun, man. Got some good info. Excited. I think New Orleans is going to be fun. And, bro, now that I look at the card, it's going to be like, wow. There's some good fights. I'm excited, and I am not envious of. Like, I'm glad I'm not Wolverine, and I'm glad I'm not Babyface, because coaching either one of those teams is going to be brutal, dude. That's a hard freaking job. Not that they can't do it, but good Lord, man, those are some, you know what I'm saying? That's going to be those are going to be some good matches. That's all I'm saying, bro.
Absolutely.
Heck yeah,
Good fights. Good fights, man.
Bro,
I'm
went
a
on
favorite-
super fan. I don't know what's going on. He was supposed to jump on, man. You know what I mean? He said he was going to be running a little late and was going to be here. You know, so we are you know, I want to make sure I sent him everything. Shout out Superfan. Holla back if you're having issues getting in. Let us know, and we'll do what we can to get you in, my brother. So
Well, we
yeah,
had a great show, and anyway, super fan. We made it better, but Hey, man, sorry you weren't here. We missed you, brother. We love you. We wish you were here, but I really enjoyed the show, Mike. I think you hosted the shit out this motherfucker, and it was
Who
fun.
said we
man.
were done? Whoa, I'm not done. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, I gotta pee. So
You can pee, dog.
I
You
gotta
can
wait.
absolutely pee.
Well,
No,
hold
man,
on.
this was a good one. No, I know he had stuff to do, and because we have one coming up next week,
Ah.
we're gonna be busy next week, because we'll do a weigh-in show. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? I'll probably definitely want to watch, do a watch along
Mhm.
again, guys. So be on the lookout
Yeah.
for that info. Get your popcorn ready if you can't make it to New Orleans, and you can make it to your TV or your computer. You want to hang out with some goofy, doofusy dudes. We are here. You know what I'm saying? We are here. What you got coming up this week, Bubba? I
Well,
want to
what-
hang out just for a minute, see if Superfan can get in. Let me know
Well-
what you got coming up. We'll say our goodbyes unless he's able to jump in, and then we'll do
Well,
that.
I'm going to tell you right now, I'm still working on my album. Yes, I am a musician. Mike, I actually bought a lot of recording equipment. I'm going to send you some of the stuff I'm working on,
I love
and
it.
just give you a little bit of shot your opinion on whether or not I have any talent.
You
which I
have
do.
talent. We know you
Oh,
have talent.
no, trust me. Only thing I have a problem is my girlfriend says my problem is I she says she says I can never admit I'm wrong. My problem is I will do that when I'm wrong. I hate this shit. Women, I am not. My girlfriend says I'm a chauvinist. I'm not a chauvinist. I'm just better. That's not a problem. It's not a problem unless you're a feminist. Do you like? Are you a feminist, Mike?
I
Are you a
don't.
feminist?
I'm not
are you a
with your
feminist?
train of thought right now.
Are you? I'm just asking. Are you a feminist?
What is that? What do you mean? And okay, what does that mean to you?
Oh,
Am I a feminist? I don't.
what does that mean to
Do
you?
I believe men and women should have equal rights? Yes. Yes, I do. Absolutely. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay.
right.
Yeah. Who okay. Who cooks dinner for you at night?
Believe it or not, I cook in my house as much as my wife, sometimes more. You know what I mean? Depending on our schedules and what we got going on, we both cook.
See, I'm trying to become.
I love to
villain
cook
right
though.
now.
I love to cook more than she does, dude. But that you know
I'm
me.
actually-
You remember I trained in like fancy restaurants and stuff. Like
Yeah,
I
too.
trained in kitchens and stuff. So I love
Me
cooking.
too. You used to cook in Hawaii, and I cooked in New Orleans, and that's two different culinary things there. And it's awesome. I actually love women. I just love teasing women so much because it's so easy to make them mad.
Sure.
They just get mad easy for no reason. Mike, I can call you a bug that you look like a bug with a weird hat, and those glasses make you look like you may be slightly retarded, and that red shirt makes you look like the Kool-Aid man if he had leukemia.
Right.
And you would just laugh at that. If I said that to a woman, it would be terrible. My only problem with women is they don't have a sense of humor. No sense of humor.
No sense of humor at all. You know what, man? It's been a while since you put a cigarette in your nose. And I don't know if you don't care anymore. You're just not bringing the same level of energy. And
I'm not.
I'm kidding.
Have I been?
I'm
And
kidding.
you know, I'm going to tell you right now. You know, everything I just said was BS. I was just trying to be controversial. And I love the fact I'm gonna get hate mail over being saying stuff that was obviously satire.
No worries, man.
Obviously satire.
Be ready. I don't know what is your week look like.
Shit, that fucking burned my nose. Shit. Oh, you asshole. Why'd you make me do that? Oh, that hurts so bad. That hurts so bad.
Okay, so first of all, I didn't make you do anything. However, I don't know what you got going on this week, man, but let's I mean, I'm down for it tomorrow or Thursday, but I really want to get Superfan on because he's got a couple of cool things from 13 I want him to show, and I really want to get his pre-takes on 14 because, you know, next week we'll be going into it, and I kind of want to get his thoughts on that. So, you know, I'm going to try to get us all together again soon. So I will keep you in touch on that. Everybody watching, stay in touch. We're going to find out. And guys, thank you so much. Follow Michael Mann on Instagram. Just search Michael Mann. There are several Michael Mann accounts. You pick one, follow it.
Yeah, you pick one. Michael Mann Comedy, Michael Mann, a couple of letters and words that I forgot. Dude, I'm serious. That was all satire earlier. I was not being sexist much.
Oh,
I love you to death. I know you're going to let me go, but I do want to say to you one thing. Thank you for making me a part of this podcast. It is really a highlight of my week to come on here every Tuesday and talk to you guys about this stuff, even though I don't know shit about any of this. And you listen to me ramble on. So, Mike, I just want to thank you for that. And
we love you. You're irreplaceable. Okay, so we got Michael Mann 7146.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm showing on the screen?
That's all my dude. I forgot about all my. I just
okay, so that's this account, right? So as you can see here, I'm searching man. When I search man, I got this. Then I got Michael Mann Comedy. Bam.
No, there's my daughter. That's me and my daughter right there.
And there's you doing stand-up.
Yeah, that's my daughter.
So clearly both of these are your pages.
They are my pages, but I just totally forgot how the internet works.
Okay, so so this one has 137 followers, and your last post was on March 20th, 2024.
Last year. Okay, yeah.
This one has 205 followers. And the last post was October 18th, 2017.
Oh, shit. I really suck at this, don't I?
But wait, there's more. There's more.
There's more.
And then there's Michael Mann 952.
All you do is put Michael Mann
followers.
Oh, look at that third picture. I'm 21 in that third picture.
March 20th, 2020. So this is in between the other two.
Wait. One more. Go one more. Right. One more over. Oh my God. Look at my young little ass. I'm 22 years old right there.
I don't ever want to look at your young little.
Oh my God. I'm a sexy beast. Screw you. Look at that.
Anyway, man, so do me a favor. Pick an Instagram account and ride with it. And we will ride with you on that account, my brother.
I got you.
Guys, tomorrow, make sure you tune in for That Nooner Show with me and Vern. That will be at 1 p.m. Central Time, noon Mountain, 11 Western, 2 p.m. East. Guys, check it out. We love you. Thank you so much for tuning in. We are going to be bringing you all kinds of Power Slap and Slap Fight Championship content all week long. We will talk to you again soon. Thank you so much. And for you. That was a little loud. Sorry about that. remember, if you can't slap it, it ain't worth slapping. And we are out. Bye-bye.
Oh boy.